I know I already asked you guys this question in my last pumpkin spice video. What's the weirdest pumpkin thing that you guys have seen? Pumpkin butter. As odd as it sounds, it's surprisingly delicious, and we're going to be working with it today. Hey guys, Ray Pahar from Crafty Crafty, and today we're going to be making pumpkin spice cinnamon rolls. Instead of using the basic things that we usually would use for a cinnamon roll, we're going to be using some seasonal ingredients to bring that nice seasonal pumpkin flavor to this really good breakfast treat. Let's go ahead and get started with today's project. The items that you'll need for today's project include a tube of Pillsbury crescent rolls, pumpkin butter, I got this at Trader Joe's, brown sugar, a small amount of flour for your surface, pumpkin spice, access to an oven, an 8x8 baking dish, parchment paper, about 1 cup of powdered sugar, and an orange. First, you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. On a floured surface, you're going to carefully open your crescent rolls and roll it out onto your surface. If your crescent dough is a little uneven, what you could do is take it and place it right on top of each other. And then, using a rolling pin, you want to carefully powder up your surface and even it out so that you have a nice square piece for your crescent rolls. After you've rolled out your dough in a rectangular shape, you're going to take your pumpkin butter and you're going to just gently put it all over your dough and spread it out evenly. You're going to use about 1/4 cup of your pumpkin butter, which if you get this brand, it's going to be about half of this container. Next, apply a light layer of brown sugar on top of your pumpkin butter. As an optional step, apply a small amount of cinnamon or pumpkin spice to your cinnamon rolls. After everything's been placed onto your dough, you're going to carefully roll up your cinnamon rolls, and you want to make sure that the first fold is actually really tight. And then from there, you're just going to continue to fold and capture all of the gooiness on the inside so that it doesn't spill over onto your cinnamon roll. Keep rolling it until you've reached the end of your mini cinnamon roll. Before cutting into your cinnamon roll, you want to line your baking tray with a piece of parchment paper. Carefully cut your cinnamon roll in half, and then cut those pieces into smaller halves, and then cut the last piece into half again. It's gonna look a little messy, but you're gonna take each piece and carefully place it into your baking tray. You want to spread out your cinnamon rolls so that they have enough space to puff up when they're baking. Spread them out evenly and bake this in your 375 degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. While our cinnamon rolls are baking, we're going to create the zest for our icing. Carefully take an orange and zest about half of that orange. Add 1 cup of powdered sugar to your orange zest. For our icing, we're going to use the other half of the orange by cutting it in half and then squeezing about a tablespoon worth of juice into our zest. Carefully incorporate the sugar, the zest, and the orange juice until you get the right consistency for your icing. For your orange zest glaze, you can replace the orange juice with milk if you want an icing that's a little bit more creamy and not as tart compared to the orange glaze. But personally for me, I like it a little tart just because it mixes really well with the taste of the really sweet cinnamon roll. After about 18 to 20 minutes, your cinnamon rolls should be ready to be taken out of the oven, and you actually want to let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes before you apply the icing onto your cinnamon roll, just because you don't want it to get too hot and melt and get all sticky, but that's really up to you depending on how you want to eat your cinnamon roll. Once you have that, you can go ahead, put it on your cinnamon roll, enjoy the really gooey pumpkin goodness, and really enjoy that really nice pumpkin taste. When I first saw this pumpkin butter at Trader Joe's, I was like, what is this? But after figuring out what I could actually use it for, I'm really glad I made these cinnamon rolls. If you guys are interested in seeing some of my other baking projects, make sure to check out my apple blossom roses right up here and our Yoshi cake eggs. Other than that, hopefully you guys are able to make this really fun and tasty pumpkin treat out of this oddly weird enough seasonal pumpkin ingredient. If you guys do make this project, make sure you share it with me either on my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter using the Get Crafty Crafty hashtag, and follow me on Instagram to see what other fun things I'm doing throughout the week. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Take care and stay crafty.